All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna get started. We're gonna get the music going. We're gonna start with a seated warm-up. So we're gonna start in our chair. And before we get started, I wanna talk about two positions that we'll be in during the class. So there's strength position, there's seated strength position, then there's standing strength position. So seated strength position, feet are about shoulder width apart. We have our chest up towards the ceiling, shoulders back, our head is neutral, okay? We have even weight distribution on our hips on the chair. We're not leaning to one side. We're keeping nice and even, and we have good activated core muscles, nice, good posture, okay? And this is gonna be how we start this section, okay? So everything we do is gonna be based out of this part, okay? All right, Felix is gonna start with music. Everyone hear the music clearly? Wonderful, okay. So remember, we are in our strength position, nice and tall. We're gonna reach overhead. Nice, good morning stretch. Lean to the side. We're getting a nice stretch in this opposite side, right? Back to center. Let's bring those arms down. Back up. And lean to the opposite. Good. Back to center. Arms down, back up again. Lean to the other side. This time we're not going to take our hands back down. We're going to go to center and lean the other way. Good. Back to center. Arms down. From here, we're going to bring our shoulders forward and back. We're not rolling. We're just bringing them forward and then bringing back, squeezing the shoulder blades. Squeezing the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades. Good. Now while we're doing this, make sure we are consistently breathing. We don't want to hold our breath. All right, from here we have our strength position, right? We have our head in a neutral position, and now what we're going to do is we're going to lean to the side. We're going to get a nice stretch in the side that we're pulling against, right? But if you feel any sharp pain, anything that doesn't feel right, these are delicate muscles in the neck group, so make sure that you're being safe about it. All right, back to neutral. Let's switch sides. Nice and easy stretch. All right, let's bring that back to neutral. Now we're going to roll our shoulders. So we're going to roll our shoulders forward. Make this movement very dramatic, right? Get a nice big range of motion with it. All right, let's switch directions. We're going backwards. All right, go ahead, shake those arms out. The next move, we're gonna put our hands out flat to the sides like we're trying to touch both walls. From here, we're gonna rotate at our core, and we're gonna touch the opposite hand. Most important that we're using our core, not our hips. So we're rotating, squeezing our abdominals, bringing our belly button back to our spine. Keeping our shoulders down. We're not listening to our shoulders, right? All right, from here, we're gonna do ankle rolls. So we're gonna take one leg, we're gonna roll that ankle out. While you're doing this, keep your chest up, keep your shoulders back, head neutral, right? Keeping good posture. All right, let's put that foot still. Let's switch sides. All right, let's rest that leg, overhead reach. Lean to one side. Keeping those arms up, back to center, and switch. Back to center, arms down. Let's do that one more time. Up. Nice tall reach and right. Back to center and switch. Back to center, arms down. Let's bring the shoulders forward and back. Forward, squeezing the chest. Back, squeezing the shoulder blades. Getting everything nice and loosened up for our workout. All right, let's do our next stretch, nice and easy. Nice and easy. Go back to center and let's switch. Back to center, let's do our shoulder roll. We're gonna go backwards this time, so we're rolling the shoulders backwards. Remember, this is a big dramatic movement. All right, shake those arms out to the side. We're gonna count down with 4, so 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, so that was your seated warm-up. How's everybody feeling? Good. Okay, so we're gonna go right into the next section. So from here, we're gonna have you guys stand up. Okay, and we're gonna get into our second starting position. So we talked about seated position. Now we're gonna talk about the second standing position. So standing position is very similar to seated. So we start with our feet shoulder width apart, right? We have our weight balanced on our feet, right? We're not leaning to one side. We're not throwing outsides of our heel or outsides of our foot. Everything nice and balanced, nice and level. Shoulders back, chest up, head neutral. Trying to keep the chin tucked back, right? Trying to keep it back by the chest. So we don't want our head protruding forward. We want to keep our head back, okay? So good posture. All right, so we're gonna get started. This is gonna be a slightly moving. You're gonna wanna make sure you have enough floor space. I don't want you to karate kick your coffee table or like punch out a window or something. So make sure you have plenty of space. All right, we'll get started. Nice and tall, right? Neutral head. We're gonna start with a march. Keep that march. Keep going. All right, there we go. Keep that march. Keep the arms swinging. All right, from here, we're gonna go to step touch, nice and easy. We're just getting warmed up. We're getting our legs moving, right? All right, from here, we're gonna do a half jack. So we're gonna do a jumping jack. One toe going out, bring it back down, and then we're gonna switch. And you just pick up the pace as you feel comfortable. Good. Big movement with the shoulders. Trying to get our heart rate up. All right, from here, we have our hands on our hips. Nice and tall, feet shoulder width apart. We're gonna bring one knee up. We're gonna put that back down and we're gonna lateral cut so we're touching out to the side. Bringing it back in, high knee, out to the side. Alternating, good. Keeping our chest up. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. We're gonna do the other leg. Nice core, nice activated core. All right, from here back to our standing strength position. Hands on our hips. We're doing big hip circles. So big circle with the hips. When you get to the front, we're going to switch directions. Good. All right, from here, we're going to go to our next move. So we're going to do a hamstring curl. So from here, we're keeping our knee pointed towards the ground, and we're trying to kick back towards our butt. Good, we're just getting warmed up. We're gonna increase the intensity on the next round. All right, let's go back to our march in place. This time, get those arms pumping a little bit harder. Get those knees raised up a little bit higher. All right, let's go to our step touch. Now, when we do a step touch, I want your arms moving. We're pumping our arms 2 at a time. We're not holding our breath. We're making sure we're keeping nice, consistent breathing. All right, from here, nice and tall, shoulders back, half jack. Good. You guys are looking great. You're doing great. All right, let's do that high knee. So hands on the hips. High knee and touch, and we're going to switch sides. Now you're going to go back and forth. Good. All right, from here, we're going to do our hip circle, but instead of putting our hands on our hips, we're going to put our hands overhead, and we are going to do our hip circle. Trying to keep those shoulders nice and stable. All right, let's take that out. We're going to do our hamstring curl. So when we do our hamstring curl now, we are going to pump the hands behind us. Good. So from the front, looks like this. Good. All right, wonderful. Shake out, shake out. Good job, everybody. All right, so everyone go ahead and please take a seat. Grab your bottle of water, your cup of water. We are going to take a quick drink break. Make sure you get a sip of water. So my returners know, the people that have been coming for a while, when October hit, I got really excited because Halloween is my favorite holiday. So I'll show you guys my cup. It's a little skull. And I have my little skull cup. Felix is shaking his head at me. He thinks it's insane, but I have my happy little skull cup. All right, so we're going to go into the next block. Hopefully you got a good drink of water. Everybody feeling okay? Wonderful. Audio still good? Good. Okay. And video. I got to check video too. Video's clear? You guys can still see me? Great. Okay. So the next section we're going to go into, we're going to be working a little bit harder, okay? So the first two sections we did were about 4 and 5, right? We had that light intensity moderate intensity, light intensity, moderate. Now we're going to be in that moderate to moderate intense, okay? So we're going to be a little bit higher. That's that 5 and 6 zone, okay? Everybody understand? All right, so we're going to go back to our standing position, okay? So hopefully you got a quick break with some water. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a section that's a little bit higher on the cardio side, but we're also going to be trying to work with our agility on the floor, okay? So if you at any point need to take a seat, please feel free to do so. All right, so we're going to go back to our march in place. Strength position, nice and tall, right? Shoulders back, and we're marching. Now we have our knees up, we have our arms pumping, we have our core engaged. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, we're going to take our feet, we're going to go out, out, in. And then whenever you get in, you're going to go out with the same foot that came in. So the last foot to come in is the first foot to come out. Good. Good, and go at your pace, right? This is your workout, I'm just your guide, so you go at your pace. All right, from here, we're gonna be nice and tall in our strength position. We have our shoulders back, we're gonna take one foot, we're gonna balance on one foot, and we're gonna draw a circle on the floor with the opposite foot. Okay, nice big circle, as big as you can comfortably manage. Good, let me see. Keep going, keep going. Good. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. So the opposite leg is now our balance leg. We're drawing that nice big circle. Squeezing this quad that is our balance leg to maintain our balance. Right, it's gonna help stabilize us along with a strong core. All right, from here, we're gonna do a kick and a punch right in front. Opposite hand, opposite foot. Now, if the kick is a little too high, you can do a heel tap in front. Keeping the knees bent. Okay? Good. All right, we're gonna go back to that march. Pick our march up. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add an element. So you are gonna reach across the body, you're punching up. Good. Remember to keep picking those knees up, right? Good. All right, from here, what we're gonna do, we're gonna be in a standing squat, right? We're gonna be about a quarter of the way down. We're gonna have our hands by our temples, not like behind our heads, by our temples, and we're gonna crunch. And then from here, we're gonna do lateral, lateral. And then we're gonna go back to that forward punch. So forward punch, lateral, lateral. Good, let's repeat that. Last one. Good, nice and tall, shake those arms up. Now when you do that, you wanna think about your core like an accordion, right? We're crunching our accordion together. All right, let's go back to our march in place. Arms pumping, knees up. Now the next one, the out, out, in, we're gonna add our arms to this. Our arms are gonna follow what our feet are doing. So we're going out, out, in. Good. All right, whenever you're ready, you can pick the pace up for that. Go at your pace, but pick it up a little bit more. Coordinating our arms and our legs to move together. All right, let's go to our floor circle. So we're gonna alternate sides. One big circle on one side, and then you're switching. Good, let's go to our kick punch. Opposite hand, opposite foot. That helps with balance, right? Keeping our strong core. All right, let's go back to our march. All right, add that crossbody punch. Punching up towards the ceiling. Wonderful job, wonderful job. How's everybody feeling? Good, heart rates are up. Breathing rates are up. We're starting to sweat a little bit. Anybody sweating? Just me? Okay. There we go. All right, so next we're gonna go into the next section. We are gonna use our towel. So here's our towel. Go ahead and grab a hold of that. All right, so the trick with the towel is where you hold it. So we want you to be holding towards the end of the bath towel for most of the exercises. If I need you to hold it somewhere else, I'll let you know, okay? When we're holding it, we do not want slack. So we see the slack in the towel. You want to make sure you're pulling that towel straight, right? No slack. All right? The less slack, that means the more your shoulders are working to keep it straight, which is good for posture, okay? So we're going to make sure we have nice, strong shoulder muscles. All right, everybody feeling good? Everybody ready to move? Awesome. All right, here we go. So the first move is going to be the squat and kayak. So we're going to be in our squat position, okay? Just a quarter squat. You don't have to go too low. Okay, quarter squat. We have our arms extended out in front of us. No slack in that towel, right? And we are doing this kayak motion. Good. Nice and big, big dramatic. Good. All right, from here, we're going to go to our step touch. So nice and easy. From here, we're going to add a little bit of a pull. We're using the back of the arm, and we're pulling resistance away. We're pulling that band to the other side. All right, from here, we're going to do a forward lunge. So we are stepping forward, bending that front knee, pushing our towel out in front of us, and we're going to rotate to the side that our leg is forward. So if I have my right leg forward, I'm going to rotate to the right side. Back to center. Step back, and then you're going to switch. So if the left foot comes forward, you're rotating to the left side. And then you're going to pick that speed up. Good. All right, from here, what we're going to do, I'm going to back up so you guys can see me. We're going to put our hands straight overhead. We're going to keep tension on that towel, and we're going to pull one side down, bring it back up, and pull the other side down. The hand that is staying above your head needs to be straight. Keep that elbow straight. So the only elbow that should be bending is the one that's coming down. Perfect. All right, from here, we're going to bend at our hips. So we're going to lunge forward, or hinge forward, Arms are extended out below us, and we're going side to side. Using our elbows, not our shoulders, right? We're not swinging our arms like this. We're keeping our shoulders nice and still and moving our elbows. Good. All right, from here, we're going to grab the middle of the towel. So we're going to hold on to the middle of the towel, then we're going to hold on the end towards the front, and we are going to pull like a bow and arrow. Pulling with that back arm. Good. Keeping our shoulders back. Right, we don't want to roll our shoulders forward, keep them back. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. Good. All right, let's go back to our kayak. So we're in our quarter squat. We got the swinging arms, big dramatic movement. Activate your core, tighten your belly, really feel that tight belly. All right, let's go to our step touch and pull. So we're step touching and then pull those arms. Good. All right, our forward lunge and rotate and back. Good. Remember, the foot that's forward is the side that we're rotating to. Using our core muscles. All right, now to our lat pull down. Arms up overhead, and we're pulling. The arm that is above and that is staying, we're gonna keep that one straight. All right, hinging forward, side to side. Good, let's go ahead, grab the middle. Holding on to the end, we're gonna do our bow and arrow. And let's switch. Other side. And last one, good. Wonderful, go ahead and put that down. Go ahead and take another seat. We're gonna take our second drink break. Make sure you grab some water. So who do we have on here? I think I see Kathleen. She's off her camera though. Judy. I think we have a couple Judys. We have like 2 Judys and a Judith on here. So hi to all 3 of you. I see, let me see. Rick. Hi, Rick. Nice to see you. I see Janet. And we have Linda. Wow. Okay, we have a lot of new people today. Reza. Hi, Miss Reza. I see Mary Louise, but I see you have a friend with you. And then I see Thomas and Helene. How are you guys today? Good, I hope. Good. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to get into the next section. So we are actually going to grab our cans of soup or our dumbbells. If you have bottles of water, that is also a good substitute. I always have my tomato soup. Tomato soup is by far my favorite. I love it with grilled cheese, and if you put like bacon on it, it's even better. All right, so we're going to go ahead into our next section. So we are going to use these as dumbbells, okay? So a couple things to keep in mind. If at any point these feel like they are too heavy, like if it is too much with the weight, you can put these down and you can continue to move without them, okay? You don't necessarily need the dumbbells to do the exercises. They just enhance your experience, okay? So if you want to put these down, you're more than welcome to. And make sure you have a good grip on them. So I actually have a friend who's in the fitness world, and they were like, make sure you tell them to keep a good grip, because they had a friend who did a class with something similar, and somebody took like punched and they let go of it and it took out their television. So make sure you have a good grip on your cans of soup, okay? Everybody on the same page? All right, so we are still gonna be in that 5-6 zone, okay? So we're still gonna be working where we're moderately intense. We're sweating, like it says, you're sweating and you're working, okay? If you start to feel any pain, discomfort, you know the drill. Take a seat, relax, get a sip of water, do what you gotta do. All right? Okay, so our first move, we're gonna call it the lumberjack, okay? I have palms facing each other. We're going up, down, and then you're gonna rotate. So you're gonna come up the other side, down, up, down, and then switch. Keeping that movement. Up, down, switch. Using our legs, we're driving through the legs, right? All right, from here, we're gonna take our elbows, we're gonna glue them to our sides. They're nice and tight against our rib cage. Hinging forward, and we're extending our elbow. Squeezing the back of the arm. Good. All right, from here, we're gonna do our next move. We're doing a lateral raise. We're gonna bring those dumbbells forward, take them back to where we started, and then drop them down. So we're going up, forward, back, and down. Good. Keep that movement going. Try to make it nice and fluid. We don't want choppy movements, right? All right, from here, we're gonna do a crossover punch. So we are punching, cross the body, rising through our core. All right, from here, we're gonna add an uppercut. So we're going up, riding through the legs, bending the knees, pushing through the heels. Good. All right, our next exercise, our YTA. We're doing a Y position towards the front of our body. We're gonna drop to the T position, which is in line with our body. And then we're gonna do the A position, which is behind our body, okay? So we're reversing, Y, T, A. Good. Weaving those shoulder blades. All right, let's go back to our lumberjacks. Hands facing each other. Driving through the legs. Good, big movement. Keeping that heart rate up. All right, let's add our tricep kickback. Elbows glued to our side, hinging forward. And remember, if these weights start to feel too heavy, you can always put them down, and you can do the movement without the weight. All right, let's do our lateral raise. Forward, back, and down. Good. All right, let's do our crossover punch. So while I'm doing it, you can see my feet. I'm tapping one foot behind me. This is a little bit too much. You can keep your feet still and cross the body. Let's add that uppercut. So we're going to switch to uppercut, riding through the leg. Good. All right, let's go to our YPAs. So Y in front, T in line, A in back. All right, let's do our lumberjack. Rotating our core. Tricep extension. Elbows nice and tight to our side. Extending behind. All right, let's do our lateral raise. Forward and back. Remember, this is a nice fluid movement. Wonderful. How's everybody feeling? Good. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to put those down. We're going to stay in our standing position, and we're going to move into our little lower body section, okay? So this is where the chair is really going to come in. I want to make sure you guys have your chair closed. We're going to use this as a stabilizing tool, okay? So what I mean by that, use it when you need it. Don't use it when you don't have to use it, okay? Or when you don't have to use it. So if you need it just for extra support, by all means, do your thing. But if you feel a little brave and you want to let go of it and you want to do some of the things without it, you're more than welcome to do that too, okay? Push yourself out of your comfort zone a little bit. Get a little risky. Not in the dangerous way, but in the push yourself to work harder way. All righty, so we're going to go ahead. All righty, so first thing, strength position behind our chair, okay? We're going to draw a line from our hip on the floor. We're reaching back. Squeezing our glute muscle, right? We're squeezing that glute muscle. All right, let's switch sides. So the other leg is going back. Good. Now we want to make sure we're drawing a straight line back. We don't want our hip to open up, right? We want to make sure our hip is staying flat to the chair. From here, the next exercise, we're going to do a high knee. So one knee is coming up. The opposite arm is going to shoot straight up overhead. We're going to bring that down, and then we're going to switch. So good. Finish your feeling brave. Take your hands away. Keeping good posture, right? It's almost like somebody has a string, and that string is coming out of our skull and holding us upright. All right, from here, we're going to go to our next one. So we're going to do a squat and a curl, squat, and a curl. Good. So we're going to pick that pace up a little bit. Good. All right, from here back to our chair, we're going to do a half bird dog. So what that means is we're going to take one leg, extend it out behind us, touch our toes to the floor. The opposite hand is going to reach ahead. From here, what I'd like you to do, we're going to bend the front knee. We're going to bring everything nice and tight, and then go back out. Nice and tight, and extend. All right, let's go ahead to the side. So now the other leg is going to go out. Opposite hand's coming up. Contracting, bringing everything nice and tight. All right, shake out. We're going to do the next exercise, which is a calf raise. So from here, we're holding on to the back of the chair, up onto our toes, back down. Good. Go at your pace. Okay. All right, now we've done all the motions at least once, so now we're going to do our alternating. So what that means is we're going to do our hip extension, which means we're going to go one foot, then the other foot. We're going to alternate. Drawing a straight line on the floor. All right, let's do our high knee and our reach. So high knee, reach overhead. Reaching nice and tall. Again, we have that string holding us up towards the ceiling. All right, let's go to our squat, hamstring curl. Squat and curl. Good. All right, the half bird dog. So what we're going to do, we're going to go out, contract, out again. Keep that movement. Let's go ahead, switch sides. Remember, contracting our core like an accordion. All right, let's get up on our feet, nice and tall, shoulder width apart, calf raises, and we are going to pulse. Wonderful, wonderful job. How's everybody feeling? Good, okay. So now we are going to take our last strength break. okay? So go ahead and take another seat. All right, so our next section, we are going to do a combination of hand-eye coordination and a cool down. Okay, so give me one moment. All right, so what I mean by that, so for those of you who are new, I'd like you to grab hold of your toilet paper roll. Okay, we're going to use this, it's going to act as our silver sneakers ball, okay? And we're going to use it for hand-eye coordination, meaning we're going to focus on communicating our brain and our hands to catch and maneuver an object, okay? So what I'd like to do, we're going to start in our strength position, okay? So we're nice and tall, feet flat on the floor, weight evenly distributed, shoulders back. We're going to take this, we're going to reach nice and overhead. We're going to pass it to the other hand. We're going to drop down, okay? And while we're doing this, we're going back and forth. We're going to make sure we're taking nice, controlled breaths, right? We're focused on bringing our heart rate down, bringing our breathing rate down, getting a nice stretch in. All right, from here, we're going to take two hands. We're going to hold the outside of the toilet paper roll. We're going to toss them up and catch. Now, what I'd like to try to do when you do this, let's toss up, clap once, and then catch it. Good. Good job, guys. This is great. All right, from here, what I'd like you to do, we're going to take one foot, we're going to extend it out in front of us. Okay, so we have one foot heel in the ground. We're going to keep the same side hand on our thigh. We're reaching overhead with the opposite hand. And you're going to hinge at the hip, reach towards your toe. Bring it back up nice and tall. And we're going to repeat that. This is nice and slow, okay? Really focus on that slow, controlled movement. Nice controlled breathing. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to switch sides. So the opposite leg's going to go out. Hands up overhead. And we're reaching down nice and slow. Back up again. Good. All right, so the next movement, we're going to do our figure eight. So you have two options. You can go through the legs, or you could go in front of you. Just make the movement big. Okay? Good. Nice and tall, right? We're keeping our shoulders back. If you're doing the figure eight in front, if you have it below, you still want to keep them back. You're just making this nice and tight. So you're making sure that you're doing your figure eight close to the body. All right, from here, next move, we're going to take one hand. We're going to hold that toilet paper roll. We're going to clap, or I'm sorry, throw it up, and we're going to catch in the other hand. No clapping. Good, keep going. All right, from here, what we're going to do, we're going to take a nice big movement. We're going to reach behind the head, grab our toilet paper roll, bring it around to the front. And now we're going to go back the way we came, so back. Good, getting that nice shoulder mobility. All right, from here we're gonna go around the body. So we're reaching around the body, doing one circle. Now we're gonna go through one leg. Around the body, through the other leg. Good. Really feel for that toilet paper roll, right? We're trying to watch it. We're trying to make our body find it. All right. Nice and tall from here. We're going to just keep our hands nice and flat. We have our shoulders back. We're going to go into cat-cow. So we're reaching forward, rolling our spine, letting our spine roll nice and easy forward. Now let's bring ourselves back, bending the spine, back forward, and back. Good, let's bring that overhead nice and tall. We're gonna lean to one side, back to center, and to the other, back to center. From here, we're gonna put our hands down. We're gonna actually rotate. We're gonna use the chair for support. So we're gonna rotate to one side, leaning into the chair if you need to. Back to center. We'll do the other side. Again, we're leaning into that chair if it's needed. All right, back to center. Take one more deep breath. Put that out, and you guys are successfully finished with your workout today. Good job. I hope you guys are feeling great.